wait for people to come in anyways.
Preparing to live stream.
Is everyone in here?
Down.
Rebecca, you want it?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not in there. Okay. Whoa. Hello.
Hi. It's on YouTube right now.
I'm running like
You're not. Yeah.
Hello. Trying to catch it. How y'all doing?
Is this thing on?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Right? Mm-hmm. You really gonna count out 15 goldfish?
Wow. Wow.
You asked for 15. You should have been. You should.
After I brought you into this world, that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. I asked the child for some goldfish. I said 15. He literally counted out 15.
Got a notification.
Oh, I got a notification.
So,
Goodbye, son.
hi everyone. His voice so deep.
Goodbye.
He's really pleased with himself
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
son
Goodbye.
The eldest son.
right there.
Where else? I had it.
You're not quite in it. There we go.
Okay.
Draw back.
I'm gonna say.
Hello, y'all.
Oh, you can see people in the chat.
Yes, I can.
Shalom, y'all.
Hello, everyone in the chats.
We're using a new system.
Yes, we are.
Find some things out there.
Trying to make sure that everything is right. So
Progress.
Progress and content.
content. Okay.
Not just me out there with a camera talking about, man, what chainsaw?
It's a good video.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was great.
Never mind all that too.
Anyway,
So we're back.
yes, we are.
We're here. To
This
talk
video
about-
is about developing the land and how we got here.
Hi, family. How you guys doing?
They're doing great.
They're doing well.
You're doing great.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess it's impolite to eat on the camera.
The lane over to.
Okay. So,
He's ready.
All right, welcome. We're back with another live, and this time we got a little technological. All right, so as the video goes, we're continuing the conversation from last week about the land. Last week we spoke about the buying considerations, what we the thoughts we put into getting the land, and we spoke about why we chose that. Just to go over it again, we chose this one because it was already developed. It had a little bit of development on it. It had a house with utilities, an old house. It gave a nice blend of things to do. It had potential. Like, it wasn't just street out, wasn't just woods like some of the other properties we saw, and it wasn't just just plains, just pastures, which a lot of times if you meet a property that's just nothing but pastures, a lot of times like the ground may be too hard for trees to grow. Mm-hmm. So this one had a nice blend. It had a homestead area. Mm-hmm. And it looked like they had like some old sheds. Then it had a back area with some just pastures and a wooded area. And the wooded area went from just big trees with a nice canopy, and it's opened out under. So there's an area like that where we camped, and there was a thicker, where it got thicker. Where it got thicker.
Take this.
Oh,
where it
so-
got thicker that it kind of gets wild there. So it's like if we ever needed to hunt or whatnot, it kind of presented that opportunity. And also the politics in the area was good. It was in a nice county that was not restrictive at all, which pretty much allowed us to do what we want. So when we got the property for the first few years, we came out here often. We used it as our getaway spot. So we would come out here and we would camp, we would shoot. We got real good at shooting, just having it. We sectioned up a part of for a range. We shot and we camped. We'd just come out here to chill. Sometimes just different things. So it had a house on it. Like we said, the house is what had the utilities on it. It had a shallow well, electric, and an old septic. And the house, when we got the house, it was kind of run down. The inside, it had no walls. Well, it had the frame for the walls, but no walls on the inside. So the first thing we did, we did a little bit of renovations. We threw the walls up.
And it had no walls. It was just
frame.
frame
Yeah.
and a floor.
Yeah.
Right, and a floor.
And a wood stove.
It had a bathroom. Right,
Yeah.
it had a bathroom.
Mhm.
It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath old farmhouse.
Mhm.
It had one bathroom in it. The other bathroom was gutted.
Yo, I don't know what
Renovated.
it was. Like how
Right.
There was
I don't
nothing
even
to
know
do.
what that was.
So the first thing we did, we kind of restored it a little bit. We threw the walls up. I put a counter in the kitchen, and we got it to where it was kind of like quasi-habitable, I guess. But we used it mainly as a staging area for camping and shooting. So we had stuff in it. So whenever we decide to come out here, we already have stuff over a grill, whatever, our tents, all our equipment, whatever we need. We got the electricity turned on.
Yeah.
So now we had power, right?
Yeah.
And let me show you, well, I guess right there. And we will
Green.
right here, right?
Yep.
And right
There.
here.
Yep. Blue.
Right. All right.
All right.
So this was the house, and we tore the house down because.
Yeah.
So we decided we were going to when we came out here, we started really liking it, right?
Yeah,
we really liked it. We liked having all the space. We like the 25 acres. We like the privacy. We like being able to do what we want without the neighbors. Because back in the city, we were on a 1/4 acre, and we try to make it real comfortable, have the garden, the chickens. We had a little pop-up pool. We had a deck where we chilled, but having you're practicing this plural wife lifestyle, and you're in the city with everybody, and you're around a bunch of that older Black, good old church folk, and they're, so they didn't like us. They thought we were weird, and we used to get the stares and the heat from them, and anything we did, we would get a city violation, a sticker in the mailbox, giving us a warning. All the time.
But
and
it
they
wasn't
would call.
collision related though.
No,
But
no.
still.
It was just because.
Yeah, it wasn't right. So,
Correct.
so you're gonna get that, man. You got your family, you're with everybody else. People are gonna look at you like you're polluting their community with your lifestyle, right?
Mhm.
They don't want the kids that, so they will kind of harass you in that way. They will call the city on you for everything. Okay. So we started really liking that, and we decided, man, we want to make this the normal. We want to make this the regular. And it also presented economic opportunity, economic growth opportunities, where now we move out of the country. Now we could rent that house in the city, get more passive income off of it, and now with 25 acres, we could do whatever. We're not confined to just, one house on a city lot,
Mhm.
So with that being said, like we looked at a few concepts of how we were going to live out here. We, what we're going to do, the one house. Even with the one house, we looked at a few concepts of like breaking it down, like each, like a 2-story, and each floor is a separate apartment. But we decided to go with this modular ranch home concept, where we would bring 2 houses together and join them with a common area to make this one big house, where each wife would have her own house, and they would have a common area where we can all hang out together. The kids can hang out together, and just the easy transition from home to home. Wanted to add something. So anyway, so moving along, that picture was up for kind of long. Sorry for showing you all the house. So this is what it looked like before. This is the house here. This is the shallow well in the back. Old shed. There was this area looked like it was like the agricultural area, right? Like the little farming area. There was an old shed under here. Here's the driveway. The driveway comes all the way down from the front. And this is just we're looking at maybe, what we're looking at, maybe 3 acres.
About that.
Yeah, we're looking at maybe 3 acres here right now. So anyway, so this is what it was. So the first thing we had to do, like I said, we decided we were going to go with 2 houses. So the first thing we had to do, so because we're going with 2 houses, we had to like redesign the thing, right? So we had to clear. So even with it already being developed, because we're changing up the design a little, we had to like, we had to do a little more developing, which we're going to talk to you on this video about. So first thing we had to do was clear, decide where we were going to put each house, and clear all the trees that were everything that were blocking us, right? So let's see here. Here is it cleared here. Okay, and this shows some of the clearing. There were old trees in the back. We just got rid of it. There was a fence there with some trees on it. We got rid of it.
That's the old house.
Yeah, and the old house was right in this area here. You can still see the little well behind it. And this kind of I had to redesign the electrical. I had to redo the electrical engineering. So when you're doing something like that, there's a lot of forethought that needs to be put in place. Like, what are you going to do here? Where you're going to want it? What all would you want to do? And you want to do extra when you can. So what I did here, so here's the pole here. And from that pole, it had an aerial secondary run to the house. But this new design, we're dropping it down the pole and we're running it underground. So we dropped it down the pole and we ran 2 service lines, one for the first house, one for the second house down here. And off of each house, we're running auxiliary lines on the other side of the homestead to support everything else, like to support the like the other utilities, like the new septic. And the all the agricultural things we're going to do, the metal building slash garage, the well, right? So we have the auxiliaries running there, and even there's another house we're going to put here. So there's a lot. You want to think about these things, and you want to try to do it, in front, not wait until it gets there, and then because it'll cost you more in the future. So these are the 2 pads here for the houses, where the houses would be built. And the other thing, so the house, it came with electricity, it had a shallow well, and it had septic. Let's talk about that, because the shallow well, we spoke about that on the last video. The shallow well, the water quality is not good. It's not potable at all. So we knew that before. We knew we would have to get a deep well dug or drilled, right? The septic, turned out the septic was a conventional septic tank, which is no longer,
they don't use it here no more.
the state does not allow it anymore. So now you got to do aerobic septics,
Mhm.
and each house had to get a septic, just like each house had to get
Minimum septic system.
its own service line.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Each house had to get a septic. The deep water well, we ended up sharing. So you want to go on?
Mhm.
So you want
So we had to buy about 100, not about, we bought 107 2-inch conduit.
for
2-inch.
2-inch?
Is it 4-inch or 2?
No, 2-inch. I think it's 2-inch. Yeah, 2-inch.
We bought a bunch of conduit.
2-inch. Yeah, this is 2-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we bought a bunch of conduit so that we could go ahead and run the electric, because that's what we did ourselves.
1,070 feet.
1,070 feet, 4 og, by hand,
By hand.
by ourselves,
200 amp
in
service line.
dresses,
And-
in dresses.
So there we are. So, did we put the other pictures? Did we
So, yeah,
select
there's a
it? Is there?
couple.
But anyway,
There
so
should be, anyway.
We'll find
so
it.
here I am pulling the wires, and man, that was hard.
By hand, 1,070 feet,
Yeah.
4
That was
og.
hard.
Yeah.
Stuff is like that big, round, heavy. Oh my gosh.
All right. And
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
so, yeah, we had to go. Nah,
We only use a shovel.
no.
No.
I'm not going to shovel.
So we had to go. With these things, we're doing these things. You want to look at like your county regulations. Whoever the electric delivery company is,
Yeah.
or the power people, they're going to tell you the specifications.
Yeah.
They're going to tell you what size pipe you got to use,
Yeah.
Mhm.
how deep you got to put it.
Schedule 40.
Yeah, so they're going to give you all of that. You could call them up and they'll tell you, they'll
Yeah.
direct you to their website, tell you what you need and tell you how to do it. And then when you do it, they will come out and
And
inspect
inspect
it,
it.
Yeah.
depending on how lax they are.
Yeah,
That determines what inspection they're going to do. They
Yeah,
didn't
finding all
really
that
inspect
out
out.
with
They
your
just,
research.
You said, okay,
Yeah.
y'all done? Okay.
So we had to do it. We had to dig deep. So we had to get a trencher.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at that.
Oh, that's an intersection.
That's our intersection.
Yeah, that's that part on the first picture.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
diagram where
Yeah.
they all split, go to this house and where the auxiliary.
Elbows.
lines run
I see
across.
elbows.
And so we cleared the land.
Mhm.
We cleared the land. We got the houses in, and then we did the electric, right?
Mhm.
Then we
Yes.
did the electric.
Yes.
Right. The reason for that, just certain people I spoke to told me it's best to get the houses in first, and then you'll get a clear picture of
Mhm.
of how you're going to do
Yeah.
everything. I kind of figured that that's how I would do it,
Yeah.
even before the houses. But so we got the houses, we got the electric ran to it, so the houses had power.
Yep.
Then after that,
I have
we
no idea what's next.
did the septic.
There's the septic.
This would be aerobic
Yeah.
just for one
That's
house.
one.
Mhm.
What is it? 12,000 gallon?
Yeah,
Or
I think,
10,000.
or is it a 1,200 gallon?
I don't do math.
It's 12,000 gallons.
A lot.
It's big
It's,
and it holds a lot of stuff.
and yeah. But there's two of them,
Yes.
and this is a picture of one of them.
Yes.
In the process of being put in there.
Yes.
Right.
So that's the
And so we got the septic in,
Mhm.
and then at the point we got the septic in, I hooked up the water from the shallow well
Oh, yeah.
to the houses. So, and then we moved.
Yeah.
Like we kind of moved
We
and
moved
did that at the same time.
Yeah, it was all at
So
the
we
same
moved
time.
before, but as soon as we moved, we got flushing toilets, basically.
Basically.
From the shallow well.
From the
Yes.
shallow well.
From the shallow.
Right, but we still had this, like we said on the last video, that was the temporary measure. So we were still bringing in portable water, drinking water,
bathing water,
bathing water. And at
washing
that time,
dishwater.
we did a light move. We didn't just move all at once. So we were still back and forth in between the other houses. So we would go to the other house and take showers and laundry, full showers and do laundry and stuff like that. And we did that. I calculated it on the last video. We said 6 weeks. No, it was actually 3 weeks. It just seemed
It was
like
1 year.
It was
1 year.
So we did that for 3 weeks until until the well.
The well. Yeah.
got drilled. And here's the well. And wow, that was a process, man. That was 550 feet down to the Wilcox Aquifer.
Yeah.
Wow. We dogging.
Yeah. I was gonna say 5,000 feet.
I didn't realize you took that picture.
Man, I got pictures.
Cause see, I always wanted to walk over there. Sorry, I was about to walk over there, but I couldn't because there was just so much stuff
I got different
Wow.
angles of
This
it.
is like the first
You
time
know,
I'm looking in that hole.
I put my bird up in the air and I get that view, man.
Right.
But anyway, so this is the well being drilled, and wow, that was a process. That was an experience,
Wow.
man. Yeah, it took about a week.
A week, yeah.
Yeah, it took maybe like 5 days to actually drill the well.
Yeah.
It took a few more days.
So they gotta let it run.
Yeah, they gotta let it run because all that drilling, it
Right.
disturbs the aquifer. So you have to run out all the old water until the water gets clear.
Like sand, like grain, sand stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Was just
And
what's next?
what's next? So after they drill the well, here's the actual well with all that. So basically, all of that is just to get
That.
this is about like 8-inch round pipe
Yeah.
going down all the way, going 550 feet down.
Yep.
Right. And then on that, they put a submersible pump in it and to pump the water out. Right. And then
Oh. Because they were there at the same time at some point.
well, the way we did it, man, we just hopped from one phase to the other.
Mhm.
Because it's like we moved before we had potable water, right? So that all had us a little uncomfortable. So it was all about like bearing through it and just hurry getting to the comfortable part. So as soon as this part was done, next to the next one, let's hurry get it, let's get it. So then this was actually on the side there. This is the well house. I should have gone another one. Actually, I do have one, but I don't know which order is coming. But as soon as the well was done, so this is the other part. So like I said, they took about like 5 days to drill it and put that part we saw before. And then after you put the well house in, and you put the submersible pump, and you put the pressure tank.
Yeah. All that.
That's gonna pump that water out into your houses or onto your garden, wherever you need it to go. And
Well, we had that done. We had
so as soon as they got that done, we called them in to throw down the metal building because we needed that, because what we found is that we're out here, but we kind of need the storage to get like
so we had a slab put in.
Yeah, so to put the metal building, and it goes in this order: clear, pad, slab, build. And whatever you put, you're gonna have to go to that order. Clear the land, clear the line, throw the pad in, throw the slab in, then build.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our slab.
There's the slab
For the building.
Oh, I got no truck. There's the well here.
Yeah.
And then there's the metal building coming up. By this time, so as soon as we got as soon as we got the slab put in, we got the driveway. Here's a little bit, we got that driveway part extended.
Because it was treed out. It was not treed out, it was grass, and it was not like that before.
And that's the thing, when you clear the land, you're gonna have to wait for that grass to grow. You're gonna deal with mud, or you could throw sod down, I guess, to expedite.
And those are the 2 septics.
You see those down at the bottom.
Septics. So basically the septics are here and with the aerobic septics, they spray out, but we have them spraying out
Way
way
over there.
into the field, nowhere near there. So the sewage goes into them. They go through this treatment process, and then it sprays it
Yeah.
out.
Mhm.
If you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
So here's the well here.
Yes.
Yeah, here's the metal building here. And that the metal that went up in like a couple days. So here's the end here. And after the metal building got put in, then so like we said, we got the house with some development. And one of the things they had was a driveway. Because the homestead does not sit at the front of the property.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we were trying to explain to you guys on the last video. When you get to your land, you're gonna need to determine where you're gonna put your house. That's going to determine whether you're gonna need a driveway to get to your house. If you put it, or the length of the driveway, because if you put it right at the front, then you will just come off whatever access road that comes to your property, right? But if you want a little more privacy and you want to put it to the back, then you're gonna need a driveway. So that's another consideration. So we got it with the driveway, but man, like I guess that driveway was not used to being driven on that much.
By
But
big
you know,
trucks and
by big trucks and all the heavy duty
Yeah,
equipment and all of that, and you know, and the guy, he told me that would happen. That's why he said get the driveway put in last. He said because all this stuff is going to tear it up.
Wow.
So with all the rains too, the rains is what really
it's
tore
wet
it up.
here. In this
Yeah, so you can
Wet.
see the metal building down here,
Uh-huh.
but the driveway is torn up, and
It's
that's why I
torn up.
selected that. We had
Yeah.
to
It was
condense the amount of food.
totally messed up. So we had to have a new driveway put in.
Yeah.
How many tons? I forgot.
So then we're putting in the new driveway.
Mhm.
How many tons of rock?
I think it was 3
And when
loads.
When you're getting the driveway put in, or if you're putting it in, you're gonna have like different kinds. You know, you could go with the gravel.
Mhm.
You know, then they'll tell you different gravel. This is crushed concrete.
Yeah.
This is crushed concrete there. It's pretty good. It's pretty cheap.
Mhm.
And then you could also get the crushed asphalt.
Yeah.
But that's the driveway being.
Yeah.
That's the
cement.
driveway.
And we're gonna put crushed asphalt.
Yeah, we're gonna put
on
the crushed
top of
asphalt
what's there.
over that, so then it'll just look
It'll
like a
last a
road
lot longer.
and last. And when you were redoing the driveway, we had to regrade it.
Yeah.
We had to come down and just smooth it over, and that's what all that
We got
extra
a
good to the
12-foot
side.
wide.
Yeah, 12-foot wide.
5 foot. It's big.
Yeah, so it's a road, man.
2 cars can go.
Yes.
It's a road. We gotta name it.
We gotta name it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so after the driveway,
What's next?
What's next?
Oh.
Communication.
That's
Communications.
communications.
There is no service out here.
Yeah, we haven't been in touch with you guys on the channel because
It's just
internet was not good.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So out here, we had to build a communications tower to get internet.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the makings of it here.
Yeah.
You get this, what is this? This is a 25G steel.
I'm not sure. I know your
25
county, your
steel.
city or whatever will have its standard. So
Yeah, 25G steel.
that's all.
But yeah, and that's what it ends up being. So
Yeah.
that's just to get internet. And that was really the last, that's where we are now. We just
Yeah.
got internet like about a month now.
Yeah.
About a month now. And even that was a process because
Oh
first
my
we had to set the
gosh.
basin, wait for it to dry, then we had to build this. This actually goes up 80 feet. So 80 feet to clear the tree line to get that signal off a water tower that
Yeah.
is 4 miles away.
And not every provider can get it done. We had
Yeah.
2 providers come out.
We had
Yeah.
first
One
one
couldn't
came,
do it at all.
he couldn't
They climbed the pole and everything.
he couldn't aim to his radio, his emitter.
Mhm.
And then the other one came, man, and he was a boss.
done.
He was a boss.
Yeah.
He got
We
it
like
done.
those types of people.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's get it done, please.
But-
It's awesome.
And I guess that is the last thing that kind of brought us
Civilization.
back to you know, how we live in the city. So now we have the electric, the septic, the drinking water, and man, that water is clean.
That water's
Yeah.
clean.
That water is real
It's
clean.
really good.
Yeah. So with drinking water, accessibility,
Yeah.
the driveway.
Yeah.
We have, you know, our little industrial building
Yeah.
that we're able to keep, you know,
It's
our
big in
equipment.
there.
It is,
Yeah,
it
It
is,
is
big.
huge. What size is it?
25 by 50
Yeah.
by 15 feet is the highest point. The walls are like 12.
All of that is feet measurements for
Yeah.
those of us that don't know.
Right.
Like myself.
And man, it's pretty cool. So that's, yeah, so we got the metal building,
Mhm.
and then the driveway came after,
And
and then the internet,
Yeah, and then the
and then
internet.
the internet. So accessibility and communication,
Yeah.
right? And
So we're
this
done
kind of
with,
brought
like,
us back
phase.
to 2021, and it took, to get the internet, it took 5 months. So from the time we moved to where, like we said, as soon as we moved, we got the septics hooked up,
Mhm.
flushing toilet,
Mhm.
and so so from move to the internet, it was
5 months. So it took us 5 months to
It was
get
5
everything.
And we're not,
civilized.
and we're not done.
The kids
We're
were
not
gonna
done.
kill us
Yeah.
without internet.
Man, that the oldest boy,
Yeah.
wow. Because, and you know, you gotta understand them because they're homeschool kids, so they don't really have that school social network. So
Mhm.
them being
They're
on the
online
internet and
social
being able
network.
to talk to their friends is what they had. And man,
Yeah.
they were protesting.
They were
And they were
protesting.
criticizing.
The oldest boy, he scheduled the internet to come out here.
Yeah.
He set it up himself.
Yeah, that's what I did. And he was bothering us. I was like, you know what? You take care of that.
Yeah.
You take care
You
of that.
schedule it.
They gonna come out.
Yeah, and he did.
He said, what do I do? I was like, that's what the internet is for. You go figure it out. Go figure out
And
who we
then-
need to get and what we need to get. And you
then-
set it up, you talk to them, schedule it, and all
Mhm.
that. And he was successful. He did it, man.
And then when it came to like networking, all this stuff, like he made them.
Oh yeah, and the internet is a process too, because
Yes.
that's just where we received the internet. But then, you know, I had to put on my little IT skills and like distribute it throughout to the 2 houses and
Yeah.
make it. So now it's kind of pretty cool,
So
man.
him and the boys
All
went
around
out
the
there
homestead,
and did that.
we have some solid internet.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's good.
Because we had forethought.
Yeah, forethought.
Forethought. We knew we
Yeah,
were gonna
forethought.
have internet, so we knew
Have a plan, and the more you
we
can
would need to get
think,
it.
the more
Yeah.
thoughts you can put into your
Yeah.
plan. You know, and obviously you're looking at that. The main thing it takes to do this is resources,
Yeah.
right? You either gotta have the skill, the know-how, the skill and access to the equipment to do it yourself, or you need to have the money to hire contractors to do it.
Yeah.
And you know, if you go that second route, hire money to get contractors, it gets expensive.
It does.
So
And
you
gotta be
will,
careful.
yeah,
They'll take your money.
yeah. So you need to really vet your contractors
Yeah.
properly, and you know, yeah, the more you can do yourself is the more you can mitigate that cost.
Yeah.
You know, you can rent, if you have the right vehicle, you can rent a lot of the equipment. You don't have to own it. You could, Home Depot has a lot of, well, not all Home Depot,
Well, yeah, not all.
There's
Some,
different ones.
some
have
majority of them have
different
it.
stuff. And then you have different tool rental areas. You know, in every country area, you're going to have somebody renting tools.
And it's not just like tool resource, you gotta have human resource too if you're gonna do it yourself, because thankfully we all are able to do what needs to be done, especially with him leading. And then we also get the kids involved. So we were able to run our conduit, we were able to do the networking, we were able to do a lot of the stuff
Right.
that needed to be done because we got human resources.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That human resources, and I guess just running the business, it just taught us how to get from,
Oh, yeah.
tomato point.
Yeah.
get from 1 to 10 in the,
Yeah.
just getting stuff done,
Yeah.
going through the process. Just even, first you start with getting the information.
Mhm.
First you start with getting the information, and that allows you to formulate a plan,
Yeah.
and then you tighten up on that plan, you make sure everything is together, and then you execute.
Execute.
And it's that simple. So it may seem difficult, which it is, but then, you can do it, man.
Yeah.
You can do it.
He's still hurting in certain spots from running that electric and on that conduit. Don't let it fool you. This stuff hurts.
Yeah.
That stuff was strong. That's
On
what
the
the
word.
word.
People were like, by hand?
Yeah, some of
Y'all
you
did that
hurt.
by hand?
You sure you
Well,
want to do it?
Your truck?
There's certain things you're gonna learn that there was a better way for you to do it after you do it,
But we did it though, so that don't matter.
Yeah, and there's no glory in saying, man, I did it by hand. There's no glory.
And I did it by hand.
Whatever, y'all can keep that glory.
I did it by hand. I got a badge and everything.
So, one last thing, I guess, is at
Okay.
the end. Oh yeah, we got one picture here. We had to like moving out here it is different from us just coming out here for the weekend or for 5 days. It's like now we're really seeing what happens. So we spend the winter and we go to snowstorm.
Oh yeah.
Listening to a winter wonderland.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice, and we're gonna show that picture to you guys here.
See that?
It was insane. Listen, this part of the country don't have snow like
No.
that. We don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It's so beautiful.
Like we say, it's a work in progress. It still has to come together. There's one more house that has to get there. And right now with the price of wood, now COVID had wood just go real high.
Easy.
So right now it's about saying, will it go down? Do we wait to go down for us to continue building?
It has to go down.
But the thing is, that's the thing. The thing is, we were
So do
waiting.
we go now?
Yes.
That's the thing. We were waiting for it to go down, and then it actually went up. So now it's man, we should have just.
Might as well just get this stuff.
It's gonna go up again. So we're just
go do it.
We're just gonna grab it because
what do we need? I know what we need.
You know what we need.
We're gonna go get it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We have a list of stuff that we need. Stay tuned for more stuff.
So, all right, guys.
For more projects.
Are you going to tell them about what that's going to be?
Oh no.
Okay.
We ain't talking about nothing until
we can't tell y'all everything.
How you make us big again?
How you make us big again?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to stop sharing?
There you go. Stop sharing. We're learning.
All right. So I think this might be it for the land videos. Maybe we might, I guess anything else.
I'm gonna go to my house in a minute.
And like we said, we're still starting. The plan is to use this year to get in here. So we spent the last 5 months getting in there and getting comfortable, and then I guess the next 6 months, because the next 6 months we're still going to get the other house in there. There's one more that has to come there. We got to build some decks and other stuff there. So we're going to use the first year to build the even the agricultural area too, where we're going to keep the animals and all of that, and then
chickens, goats.
And then our goal is on the second year we're going to start up the agricultural.
I miss having a garden.
Right. So
I miss the chickens.
So we're going to spend the entire year moving in and building and getting there, and then the next year we're going to start back with the growing and the chickens and even like other animals and stuff.
Like the emu.
I'm
gonna get an emu. I want to be so bad. This issue along with this. An emu and one alpaca.
She's like, come on, I have a place for it. It's back here.
Father. That's what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Like I tried to stop her. Listen.
So that's it, guys. We just wanted to share with you all, and a few people. I mean, how did people knew we moved? But a few people hit us up, and it's like, "Yeah, you moved," and they're asking advice, asking us how we did it, what we did, and this is what motivated. This is what inspired this video and the one before, because a lot of people were seeking information as to how to do it, how to buy land up in the country and move your family to it, how to get it developed. So we just, and we're seeing a lot of people, like the culture of people doing that is growing apparently. And we're seeing a lot of people doing that, and we are seeing people are making mistakes, like with the land they're choosing. So that's why we started the first video with the considerations, things you have to look at when you're buying land. And this video is just telling you what we had to go through to kind of give the expectation. Now, here's the other thing too. Some people, you may not need everything we felt we needed.
Yeah.
Some people, the original house that was there was good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I had people asking me to rent it.
It was good enough for
Right.
us if we needed to do
But
it.
Yeah, if we just had to.
it was small, man. It was like 47 by 26, and with the 8-person family. And the main thing is, I was not going to do that to my children. That's the other thing. We have grown children. Maybe if they were small and we could, they could grow up, but we have children that's accustomed of living in the suburbs or the pre-burbs, whatever you want to call it, in the city, with all these, city modern luxuries, and to just uproot them and bring them out to the country without being able to provide the same stuff they were accustomed to. I just, like we said, man, we got, we got a little bit from them just not having the internet.
Oh yeah. And they're all taller than me. So
Yes, I was gonna say, like, they're all pretty much
shortest person
our
here.
size, and this idea that this is
And
where the farm, we kind of outgrew the farmhouse idea. That house was just too small for all of us to be like big adults. That would have just been so
Right.
this was the way to do it for us.
So we needed to do it to where we can skip a beat in business and just our long-term goals. It was never our we never had this goal to come live a primitive lifestyle or anything.
If we want to live primitively, we can go to the back.
Right. Exactly. We could go camp out. Since we've been here, we've camped out. Our daughter invited friends to go camping, and it's pretty.
You're not gonna show them
The what?
Oh no! What?
The
pig.
Oh yeah, I guess we already stopped sharing.
Okay.
Let's
say
we ended the. I mean, what process would it be to pull it up?
It'll be a slight process.
It takes nothing.
I will also say, like, we're saying this, but also, and like she said, if we needed to do it primitive, we can. It's not that kind of stuff is, I guess, I don't know, complete. Some people are just like completely. It's an aversion.
Oh no, we'll go out there.
But we are. We do prepare. We do prep and stuff like that. So it's not beyond us. It's just that in a time of peace, you want to go ahead and do with everything you can do to make it comfortable for.
I mean, as you can see, it's not much, but I needed my children to be comfortable. Man.
Yeah. Over everything.
We're a family, like we really, we're focused on our children and raising them. They are the future. And I did not want the experience to just traumatize them or anything like that. I mean, that may be an extreme word.
No, I don't think it's the right word.
So I wanted, I didn't want them to look at me. I don't want my children questioning my leadership or just feeling like insecure with my leadership.
Like, son, what's up?
Man, even the oldest boy, he's like, so, what was the plan for the internet? Y'all expected to bring us out here and not have internet? And it's like, now we're looking at it like, man, come on, man, like, give us, patience, son. Patience, okay? And that's why at the end, I was just like, man, you know what? You do it. You do it. You want it so bad, you do it. But
He was like,
yeah.
I'll do it. He's sitting over there. I'm like, what are you doing? Working, researching internet, as Daddy said.
But all right, family, stay tuned next week. Next week, we will talk about the difference, because in the city, we lived in one house. So it was 2 wives in one house.
Oh.
And we've been here now 6 months in 2 houses. So next week, we will talk about the difference in the, what do we call it? The single home
versus
single
Separate
home,
home.
plural wife living versus separate home, plural wife
Meaning
living.
we've done it all, apparently.
done it all.
At this point, we've
Yeah.
done all of it. We've
Yeah.
done it all.
And-
What's next?
Oh, no. No.
So stay tuned, family.
All right, y'all. Shalom. Give us. We're gonna find out how to.
I have no
turn
idea
this
how to
off.
end this.
Look. There's a button bottom right. Shalom, y'all. Peace out. Bye.